Mr. Associate Minister of Municipal Affairs, if I can just remind you all that we are still waiting for legislation on life leases. There was a point where the member for Littlebow, previous member for Littlebow, was bringing forward a private member's bill, and that's got to be 3 or 4 years ago now. So if I could just remind you that we are still waiting for that. Life lease accommodation continues to be built. It is completely without legislation, and it is sort of sitting out there in another land. So it's becoming increasingly difficult for people around how they file their taxes, for example, and some pretty critical things like that. Just so that you all know what I'm talking about, life leases, in the same way that condominiums sit halfway in between single-family homes and apartments, in that you own it and you own that little piece of land, but you own things in common with other people because you're living in a multi-unit building. So that sets condos sort of in between single-family and apartment buildings. Life leases sit in between sort of on the other side of apartment buildings, because people are putting money forward, significant money, thousands of dollars forward, to bring down the costs for the builder of the complex, so they're not paying borrowing costs. So the builder can build bigger, nicer units, a nicer place for less money, and so the people that have kind of advanced this money to them can move in, have a bigger, nicer place. When they die or move out, they get their initial investment, no interest, back. And in the meantime, they've paid a sort of maintenance fee as they go along. So lots of those people get in there and they think they're condo owners. They think they have control over the color of the carpet in the hallways and whether there's going to be a food prep area or not. And they don't, because they're not condo owners. They don't own the whole complex, but they've contributed toward it. So you see how this starts to get a little, So please, please, I'll put in another plea that you work on developing some legislation around that, because it really has been a very long time.